podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Welcome to the Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds,
Charlie
and Robert. Charlie, who the hell was that?
I don't know. Who could that possibly be?
Who could it be? The animal that something I see. I don't remember. I haven't seen. I have not seen. Have you never watched Zabumafu?
Yes. Sorry, you've awoken something.
The great granddaughter of Sabumafu was born not too long ago or whatever. Anyway, Charlie, you are a real person in front of me right now.
Shit.
I have to perceive you, Charlie. I'm sorry.
Stop perceiving me. No.
This episode we're recording in person.
Yeah.
Because it's a special little bonus episode we have for the gay old month of June. Happy Pride, Charlie.
Happy Pride.
Which is funny because we're recording this before Pride. Literally the day before. The pre-ultimate, the pre-gay.
The pre-gay?
This is the last day we have to be straight. Tomorrow we have to be gay.
Pre-gaming. Cause haha. Ha 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 ha.
I hate you.
You're welcome.
We decided for this Pride episode, we're going to keep it nice and simple. Just be like, hey, we're gay. We watch Steven Universe.
We're very gay.
Are you?
No. It's a lie.
I'm currently sitting in your bedroom where I can count at least, I don't know, a dozen rainbow things off the top of my head.
That doesn't mean anything. Straight people own rainbow things.
This is true. But you're literally wearing your Pride Marvel shirt.
I am.
When I saw you today for dinner, you were wearing trans sunglasses, your Marvel Pride shirt. There was another thing they were wearing, or so, I don't remember. But you and I were gay, and we're in relationships.
What?
And we have both, in some way, capacity, and form, made our partners watch Steven Universe.
We have. It's true, in fact.
So we decided to bring them on for this once-in-a-lifetime special episode.
Where we finally prove that me and Mac are not the same person.
Yes. Long-time listeners, be aware of who is here. It's Mac.
Hi, it's Mac.
This is my boyfriend, Mac, and then Charlie's partner,
Abby. Hi.
We are all here together to talk about Steven Universe.
Yeah. Do we want to go around with the pronouns and also the how you got into the Steven Universe?
Sure.
Because we make up all of our other guests too.
Sure.
Just because I think it'll be funny.
Charlie, I think we should start with you. Hey, Charlie, what are your pronouns?
Shut the fuck up. We don't talk about Charlie's pronouns. I don't want to be perceived.
So
how did you get into the Steven Universe?
I feel like I've already talked about that. I feel like that was episode 1.
Way back when, and talking about the fucking time thing.
I don't think you guys did. We just re-listened to a bit of that episode recently. You guys didn't talk about it, I don't think.
Oh, how dare.
How dare. So, Charlie, what got you into Steven Universe?
I don't know this either.
So...
I feel like you've told me. I don't know if you have shared it on the podcast now that I think about it.
So I was introduced to it by a former partner.
Right. No, we have talked about it on the podcast. Then. I remember this. Former partner. Hi, I'm Robert. I use they, them pronouns. I have a little more concise idea of my pronouns, I think. I got into Steven Universe through a friend in high school just showing it to me during our lunch periods.
Amazing.
Mac, what are your pronouns?
He, him, ?
Fantastic.
They is also fine.
Hell yeah. How'd you get into Steven Universe?
I started dating you.
Exactly. You said that so like, God, it all started when I dated you. It's like that scene of Squidward when he's like in front of a therapist and he's like, it all started when I was born.
I mean, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was Doofenshmirtz actually.
No, Doofenshmirtz's shtick is that his parents weren't there for his birth.
Yeah, no, he's like, it all started when I was born. Both my parents weren't there, of course.
Ah, Patty the Platypus.
Why do you have a surprisingly good Dr. Doofenshmirtz impression that I'm just finding out about?
I also just found out about it.
Congrats.
And then other person, hello.
Hi. I use my name's Abby again. I use she her pronouns. I got into Steven Universe about what time is it? I got into Steven Universe about 4.5 hours ago. I watched a total of 4 episodes. These were episodes that Charlie picked for me to watch specifically to record this episode, and then I learned more about this show through our dinner conversations that we had before we recorded this episode. And I don't know what to think. I mean, I know what to think, but I don't know what to think. So, there you go.
What was the one thing you told me about the show?
Well,
before
I
this
have
recording?
which thing that I understand why you like it?
Yeah.
Well, there's more to that. Okay.
Okay.
So, the first episode that I watched,
Sorry.
the first episode that I watched was Alone Together. And I understand exactly why you like this show, Charlie, because you are Steven. And I say this, and I say this in a way of like, Steven is Steven is this person in this episode. Steven is this person that it like is a little awkward and weird and stuff like that, but perceives himself as a very like awkward, weird, whatever. But everyone else around him like thinks Steven is like cool, and especially when they're like, I think so. I thought Steven was cool. And maybe Steven's like a little, but I don't know. I just thought that like it's like everyone else like sees that Steven is this like cool human, this like extra awesome thing because he's not entirely human, but like, and it's just like is great and wonderful, but like there are qualities in the best way that you have of Steven's, and so I see why you like it. But it's just sorry, this is a really gay way to start this episode. But it's just like I was just like, wow, like in the best way you are Steven, and like all of the cool cute things that make him like quirky and fun is like you.
Thank you for embarrassing me on my own podcast.
I love you.
Yeah, I know.
To be fair, isn't this whole thing supposed to be gay? That's kind of the point.
That is indeed kind of the point. We're here because it's Pride Month.
Yes.
It's wild to think about how many Pride Month. This is like the first Pride Month I'll probably be able to properly go to a very big Pride festival that hopefully my boyfriend's wallet does not get stolen at.
Why do you keep bringing it up?
Because it's probably my one regret in our relationship.
Wow. Okay. I guess so. Just the fact that you refer to it as a regret in our relationship is very funny.
Because
how is this a regret that his
because
wallet was
I
stolen?
could have stopped it. I could have got the guy and kicked his ass, but I didn't. You want to know why? Because I didn't notice his wallet was stolen for like 20 minutes.
Okay, so you both didn't notice something.
No.
But I could have done something. I have a weird hero complex. We've talked about this on the podcast,
Yes.
Charlie. I want to run into a burning building and save people at the cost of my own life.
Robert's personality is Percy Jackson and Spider-Man, which is like the worst, like the most selfless people ever.
I just want to go out in a blaze of glory, literally. That's not the point of this episode. The point of this episode, we're here with our partners. We made them watch Steven Universe. Let's ask them
Sure.
about how they thought about it. And also all the cool gay stuff in Steven Universe.
Well, apparently, my girlfriend thinks that I'm cool because I'm like Steven. I don't know how to feel about this.
I think that you're cool, and I think that Steven doesn't think he's cool. And I think that other people think Steven is cool, and I think you are cool. I would like to clarify. Thank you.
Mac, here's a question. When I asked you to watch Steven Universe, it was because
You didn't ask me to watch it.
Did I not?
No.
I think you propositioned the idea you were gonna watch it,
You told me that you had a podcast about Steven Universe.
which
and
you're
I was
currently
like,
on.
yeah.
We're gonna get medical.
Wild how things changed in a year, isn't it?
Oh my god. We're also, by the way, bonus thing is that by the time this episode comes out, it will already passed. We are celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
We are.
Holy shit.
You two and the podcast.
Yeah. That's more important probably for this.
Also, the podcast and Steven Universe got a year older on May
Don't ask me what day.
May something. I'll cut in the actual day. On
It's
May
11th for the podcast because we just looked at
so it's like just
the.
before.
I love how Mac knows.
Oh yes, I think it's May 9th or
I have
8th.
that kind of autism.
Yeah, but like that's isn't that just is that the ending or is that the pilot premiere? Because
The pilot premiere, wasn't it?
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, so you watch Steven Universe essentially because of me.
Well, because I asked you if I could listen to your podcast.
Yes.
And you said sure, but you need to watch the show first because there's spoilers.
Yes.
So then I was like, well, fuck, I have to watch the show now.
And unlike Abby, who was forced to watch 4 episodes at gunpoint, pretty much, for this podcast.
Not at gunpoint. Just I don't have a lot of time right now, and I was like, and I heard we were recording this podcast about 4 days before today. So I was like, all right, I can watch a few episodes because my life is currently a little chaotic. So I was like, I can do that before today.
That also begs to different. You and I got like 2 different experiences with our partners where you saw the entire thing. You also accidentally got spoiled for season 5 because Hulu only has the first 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm done. And I didn't realize this. So you're like, okay, you're done. You can watch the movie. And then you turn on the movie and you're like, Rose Quartz is Pink Diamond? And I'm like, what?
No.
Of course, it's Pink Diamond. I don't even know what that means.
No. I got that spoiled for me because I finished like the first couple of seasons and I was like, surely there won't be that many spoilers on this podcast.
Nope, there are. What was
First
what was
episode.
the big spoiler you got spoiled when you watched the beginning of the movie?
No memory. It has been a year.
Oh, it has truly been about a year since you last
Yeah.
watched it. Yeah.
Because I watched it last summer.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, it could have just been that he won, and like
Yeah,
the
it was just
diamonds are buddies now.
It was just, oh, I guess everything's fine now.
It must be such a for anyone who's seen Steven Universe, it's probably fucking jarring to go from season 4's ending to the movie.
Yeah. Because Hulu just doesn't have season 5 for some reason.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Fuck Hulu, I guess.
if I knew pretty much nothing going in, how was I to know that there was
a season
another
5.
Yes.
Yes.
I just figured the movie continued from that.
So you finished it all, and then you also watched Steven Universe Future. You have watched it. You have no memory of it though.
I have some memories of it.
Congratulations! I'm so glad you have memories.
I try. I remember bits and pieces.
The bits. My question for you, to backtrack that there was a fucking question I was going to ask, was
I thought you asked it already.
no, was it it was going to be if Legend of Korra was like the beginning of queer representation in cartoons, where we just got 2 women looking at each other in a way in front of golden light, and then Steven Universe came along. I think that would you say that would be like the next big queer show we got in cartoon world?
Possibly, yeah.
How do you think it handled having characters with queer identities and having those characters be characters, be people, be more than just their identities, but also like their identities are important to them?
Jesus Christ.
I'm asking the big questions here.
What the fuck? I think it did fine.
It did fine. You think it's a nice cartoon for the little kids to find out what gay people are?
Yeah.
Do you know what do you know what a gay person is?
No.
Tragic.
Here, you talk about your own experience because you're your own person.
Hello.
You're fine.
It's still on.
Yeah,
It's still working. Perfect. Okay. Sorry folks, I'm a newbie over here.
Yeah, totally.
Be quiet.
I'm sorry.
So I watched Alone Together, and I was like, that's gay. And I was like, and then I watched the episode where it was Steven's birthday and Garnet,
Yes.
Ruby and
Sapphire.
Sapphire combined to create Garnet, and then
The answer.
the answer. And I just thought like I thought that was just so fucking cute how it was like fate and the way it was like to me it was very relatable about like the queer experience of like you see how things are supposed like you see the way things are like supposed to be like for me I had this idea of like oh yeah I know I'm part of the LGBT community, but I was like, oh, I'm a cis woman. I will end up marrying a cis man. Like I will end up having, like I will still fit into that heterosexual mold and that heteronormative in the heteronormative world that we have. And so it was for the first time she was like, oh no, I can choose this other thing. And so for me, it felt very much like when I finally realized like, no, that's not what's going to make me happy. Um, and like the kinds of people that I actually am like wanting to date is just like not cis men. And so like but that like that's okay and that you can take, you what was prescribed for you and what you perceived initially is not what needs to happen. So it's just like very reminiscent of the queer experience, but in like a very like cute way. And the fact that they were able to like encapsulate so much of that in an 11-minute episode is like very impressive. Um and then what the other episode that I watched was the baseball episode, Hit the Diamond. And the way that when Ruby and Sapphire like split apart to play on the team and the way that they were just like eyeing each other and everything, I was like, this is just it's just so cute. And where else do you don't see that kind of like cuteness in a lot of queer media. You see you see the struggle, you see people dealing with their own sexuality, you see, which are all wonderful things to portray, which is very important. It's also just really cute to watch two people or two characters or two diamonds or whatever gems. Two, they're not diamonds, they're gems.
They're Ruby
Sorry.
and Sapphire.
Okay, are they gems? Can I call them gems?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
the two gems. It's just really cute to watch these two gems flirt with each other. I think that's cute. Those are my initial thoughts.
And then I made you watch Mr. Greg.
Mr. Greg. Yeah, and then I had a whole question about the whole being impregnated and rose quartz and all of that nonsense. But I think the whole rose quartz and Pearl and like the loving and Pearl being like, oh, I love rose quartz and then I can't, but it's and she's gone and it's just like,
The pining.
yeah.
She's
But also like the lust after the best friend who didn't want you is like a very real queer experience.
We've all been
For the people, for everyone listening, Charlie's face just very much said, yes, I know I've had that experience. So I feel that was important to note. Anyway, there you go. That's my experience with Steven Universe thus far. Those are the only episodes I've watched.
Listen, sometimes you go to a Catholic high school and your best friend is a cishet girl and you're just like, damn, I would hit that.
I am again asking, are we the same person?
I'm gonna go back to a point earlier where I was pointing out what Charlie was wearing. They're also wearing their they them earrings. That was the other thing I noticed.
Yes.
I also think it's really funny that the two different experiences our partners have is that like Mac watched the entire thing, and that's sort of maybe why he like fluxed out when I'm like, oh hey, explain to or tell me your opinion on the queer representation of the show, because it's like it's a whole fucking show. But that's a different experience here where you're like, hey Abby, watch these 4 queer episodes specifically. Why did you choose these 4? What makes them the queerest?
Well, I mean, first, Alone Together was fresh in my mind because we did literally just cover that very recently.
Yes.
So I was like, well, gotta do that one because, like, one, it's our favorite non-binary character,
Yes.
Stevani, love of my life.
They are an experience.
They are in fact
also,
an experience.
They're also two 11-year-old or two like teenagers in a trench coat. Two kids in a trench coat.
Connie's 12, Steven's 13.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two kids in a trench coat. They can't be the love of your life.
Okay, you can have a platonic love of your life.
I guess.
I'm a little offended considering I'm sitting right here.
Listen, Orzo's the love of your life, and he's a cat.
That's very true.
And I'm still jealous of him.
Listen. Who?
If it makes you feel better, I frequently call Robert's cat the love of my life. So they're not even my cat.
Yep. So Alone Together, yeah, we covered that recently.
Yeah, so Alone Together, I mean, yeah, that, and then I was like, oh, like, we gotta have, like, a good, like, Garnet episode, like,
Yeah.
The Answer.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's, like, the most quintessential, I feel like.
I would have also thrown in, what's the season 1 finale called? It's, not the one with the song, the one, not Full Disclosure, the one before it.
Yeah, no, I know. Jailbreak.
Jailbreak also has like it's not the whole episode. Bestie, she sings a whole ass song about her being two lesbians in a trench coat.
No,
is
I know.
better.
I know, Robert. I was trying to find episodes that weren't super like plot involved. I was like, I need something that is more enclosed on itself and is like one complete story. Did you feel I chose episodes like that?
Yeah, you did great.
Thank you. I really tried.
I also still have a lot of questions about the show.
And you'll get them answered if you watch the show. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Robert, I am busy.
Yeah, stop being busy.
So I'm like, quintessential Ruby and Sapphire episode. Also, if you see my bookcase, I in fact have The Answer, the cute little kids version of the book in there. It's hiding somewhere. Don't worry about it. I'll show you guys later.
Nice.
But I was like, I have to buy this. So gay, love it. And then, well, she was like, pick 3 episodes. So I picked those 2, and then I'm like, you know what, Mr. Greg, because that's
didn't you also watch the baseball episode?
Yes, but I picked that after. So I was like, okay, so Mr. Greg, because like that's the Pearl Pining episode.
Yes.
Gotta have me some It's Over, isn't it?
Why did I move?
Isn't it over? Isn't it over?
Why can't I move on?
I don't know. Why can't you?
Love and Glory. No.
All right. So yeah, I picked those 3, and then she was like, "Okay, pick a 4th one." And I'm like, "Shit! This is the other one that I was thinking about, and that I didn't pick. Hit the Diamond, because I always think about that one because it's just so fun, and cute. And one YouTube video that I do watch semi often is the Hit the Diamond, but every time it's gay, it gets faster.
There's a version of that meme that's like, hit the diamond, but every time it's gay, it's replaced with get your head in the game. Oh, not get your the baseball song. What the fuck?
Yes.
I don't dance.
I don't dance. That's what it is.
Amazing.
But it's like the whole song plays for every gay scene. So there's like for like a 20-second segment of the cartoon, there was like 3 hours of I don't dance.
Amazing.
Yes.
Beautiful.
We'll have to find it later. I'll show it to you.
Yeah, but like again, I just love that episode, and I was like, I hope this makes sense.
That was my favorite episode, especially because I watched that one right after I watched the answer. And so I watched The Answer, and then I watched Hit the Diamond, and I was like, this is so fucking cute. I was just like, they're like, this love story, like everything about it was just like so perfect to me. And I was like, this show's so gay.
There's nothing better than flirting with your wife.
Not quite yet.
And also I love that they're like when they're together, it's like they are fused to, like they are fused physically together, and so then when they're apart, it's like they're like flirt, like they're like, we're not together anymore, like they don't know what to do, because it's like such a funny thing when you're like with someone that you're like around them all the time, and then you're like, or like when Charlie and I like spend an entire weekend together, and then like Charlie goes to work on Monday, and then like goes back to like their own house, and then I'm just like in Monday evening, I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Like until I see you again. I'm like, what am I supposed? And then I'll like, text you, and we'll be like flirty again and everything. So it's like that kind of reminded me of that too. I was like, oh, it's like flirt with you again until I see you, and then I see you, and then it's like, hi, we can cuddle, and but also then we just like scroll on our phones like next to each other and do like the mundane things, but it's more fun because you're there.
I must ask, because the closest thing to fusion I think you and I joke about is like when we're cuddling, we're like, hey, let's just like open up your chest cavity so I can crawl in.
Yeah, you want to get under the person's skin because you like want to be so close to them, and it's like I can't get that close to you. Yeah.
So, hey Mac, you want another super big question?
Not particularly. If you could break it down ever so, because here's the thing.
Why use many word when few word do trick?
Exactly. The thing is, I binged the whole show.
Yes.
So I don't remember. I'm already terrible at remembering like, oh, this specific episode is this anyway.
Right.
But because they're so short.
Oh yeah, no, that was me with the what the fuck's the baseball episode called again?
Hit the Diamond?
Hit the Diamond. I forgot completely what that was. So when we were mentioning that, I'm like, oh fuck, what's this episode?
Yeah, no idea.
I'm terrible with episode names.
Yes.
Yes.
But also because they're so short, and if you binge, everything kind of blends together.
Yeah, they kind of stick in my brain a little more because I watch them on a weekly-ish basis to record a podcast with Sundork.
Hello.
Which gem are you?
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
What's your gem Sona?
But like, we're trying to keep it queer.
We're trying to keep it real gay.
Yeah. I think that's it, honestly.
Is that it?
Maybe.
Is that it, dude?
You guys should say which gem we're most like, and which gem your partner is most like, and why.
We've already talked about what gem you're most like.
Right, but well, tell the podcast, but I can't answer because I don't know them all. Well, I can just make a bad guess.
Okay, but you said which one. We literally said which one you are. You're Pearl.
Right.
You also just went on a whole monologue about how Charlie's Steven, which technically counts.
Perfect. So Charlie is Steven. I am Pearl. You two talk.
All right. Fine.
Who do you think I am? I'm curious.
Who do you think I am? There's a right answer.
Oh
there a
no.
wrong answer?
I guess technically, but like here, let's see. You are.
The facial expressions.
Here's the thing. I have no expectation of what you're going to say.
Here's the thing. You remind me of a little bit of a Ruby.
Explain yourself right now.
Really explain yourself. You remember like the descriptor for what rubies are, right? They're just dumb.
Oh no, I thought they were like.
They are angry little guys.
Yeah,
They're also just.
So my main personality trait that you think I have is just angry little guy.
And apparently dumb. No,
I feel so loved on this podcast.
I just feel like especially the way like Ruby is with Sapphire in the show. They're very like, you are very like worrying about everything about me, making sure I'm taken care of and I'm not like in peril, and I'm just like silly little princess character who's frolicking and getting in danger. I'm not gonna fucking elaborate.
I feel like you should.
Or do you just want to be like Peridot and Lapis? Because I'm pretty sure I'm Peridot.
You are funky little autistic.
See, I also identify with Peridot.
Funky little autistic,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just also other brand of funky little autistic who's just like, please be quiet for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
to leave me alone.
Fuck what I said. We are Lapidot.
Lapidot.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we are. Love you.
You're funky little autistic who builds things. I'm funky little autistic who does art projects.
And like, just, oh my god, that's so much better. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I was calling you dumb and
angry. Thanks, babe. Happy anniversary.
Am I still the love of your life or whatever?
I suppose.
Allegedly.
Actually, no, you're not. It's your cat.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, she's a 15-year-old cat.
Shut the fuck.
Oh my gosh.
She's gonna live forever.
And then my girlfriend's just Bird Mom. She's Bird Mom.
I'm what?
Bird Mom. That's what the fandom calls Pearl.
Why am I Bird Mom?
Because she looks like a bird. She has like a long beaky nose.
She's got a long beak and she's got the the hair.
The simplicity of the gems are there's Bird Mom, who's Pearl, Square Mom, who's Garnet, Purple Mom, who's Amethyst,
She's either purple or hungry mom.
or Hungry Mom. Yeah, that's also another one.
Why am I not hungry, mom?
By the way, this should have been said at the beginning. If the audio sounds weird, we're recording with one microphone, passing it around like the fucking stick from Girl Scouts. I don't know what the hell we're
The
talking.
stick, Robert.
Sure, that I pretended that we're like puff pass. No, I'm the only degenerate in the fucking room.
Yes, you are.
I have a question because it goes back to what we were talking about at dinner.
Yeah.
If they're able to eat, do they have a stomach and esophagus? What's the deal?
They can if they want to.
Do they poop? Because if they eat,
Do
surely
they
it has
poop?
to come out the other end.
They can if they want to.
I would assume Amethyst does in fact poop.
Amethyst would have a good time.
Amethyst would love pooping.
The second civilization introduces the idea of like sitting on your phone on the toilet, Amethyst is gonna be for that shit.
And she doesn't even have a phone.
She'll just sit on the toilet eating the cheese from the mac and cheese.
She will, in fact, literally do that. She will still be eating food and also pooping at the same time. This is Amethyst. This is why you're not Amethyst.
Yeah, no, that's.
She's very gross.
Oh, I'm not gross.
No, you're not.
Her whole shtick
I'm
is
clean.
just her whole shtick is she'll eat anything.
Oh
She-
no,
she will-
I mean, I will eat most. Like I will eat a wide variety of foods.
We don't mean just like food. She'll eat like a sponge. I think she.
Oh no, I have standards.
She will eat just the cheese from a macaroni and cheese.
Like a Kraft mac and cheese. She'll eat the cheese packet.
No.
Okay, but like, have you guys ever tried that though? It kind of slaps.
I bought,
All right, Amethyst.
It's just cheddar cheese powder.
I bought a thing of cheddar cheese powder because
Yeah.
that's like I didn't know you could buy it until I found out you could, and then I bought it, and I have snuck a spoon occasionally.
Put on popcorn.
Oh baby, that's a great idea.
I've been known to have those from time to time.
Okay, since we're talking about weird food things, I will in fact just put whipped cream in a bowl and then eat that.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Why are we Why are we wasting a bowl? Why are we not just drizzling it into your mouth?
So that I can also breathe.
Charlie,
You don't want to.
You have a nose,
Yes.
Charlie,
so breathe through your nose.
you can give a breathing for all of 2 seconds to.
Not these days, I can't.
Oh, rip. Yes.
Oh yes, working with children kills your sinuses.
Oh wait, Charlie. Okay, here's a good because we're gonna realize we're both in similar-ish kind of relationships. Where you and I are the like a quote unquote like I'm definitely also including myself in that quote unquote like the tougher like mask part of the relationships who easily get put down the second we get the sniffles.
Face.
What?
We get put down instantly by the sniffles.
Yeah?
Whereas like I didn't realize that I had an ovarian torsion for a little while.
Damn.
And I.
And like we have partners in medical care
That's
who
true.
like never get sick ever apparently.
I
Yeah.
treated COVID patients with no PPE and didn't get COVID.
Yeah.
I
I-
didn't get it for like 3 years. COVID for 3
Yeah.
years.
I still haven't gotten it.
Oh,
And
impressive.
I work in a hospital.
I've gotten it twice.
So have I.
Sucks. Where were you going with this?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You
Here-
are the ones who get taken up by the sniffles.
Yes, no, just to be like parallels. That's that. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure that's part of the queer experience.
We're the podcasters. They're the medical professionals.
they do more
The
for
two
the world.
genders.
The two genders, podcaster or medical professional. Somebody take the mic away from me before I just cancel myself.
What? I'm very confused.
I'm gonna say
right
something
now.
stupid. I know.
So,
When don't we?
this podcast started before Mac and I met Charlie and Robert. So Mac, what did you initially think when you met this person? We're like, they have a podcast. How many podcasts do you have, Robert? Or at the time, how many podcasts
At
did
the
you
time,
have?
I had 4 running concurrently.
And Charlie has 3 running concurrently.
Was
So
It was That's a Sitch, The Bits, True and Grammar, and Entering Storybrooke. All 4 of those were running at the same time when you and I met. And
I
then
thought Entering Storybrooke was already.
Entering Storybrooke was
Done.
starting to be done around the time
Okay.
you and I met.
So I probably just missed the end of
Yeah.
it.
So what did you think of for podcast runner person?
Because we met on a dating app,
Shout
and
out Bumble.
We
Bumble.
met on Hinge.
Hinge is fine.
Yeah.
I had so many problems on Hinge, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, you know what? Grindr was infinitely worse than Hinge, so I gotta give it that.
Cut this out. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I never downloaded Grindr, but
Don't.
I
Don't.
wasn't planning on it.
Fantastic.
Great.
So yeah, skip to your answer.
So we had met on Bumble,
Yes.
and you're doing the preliminary. Oh, what do you do in your free time? And Robert's just like, oh, I podcast, and immediately I'm just like, oh no, because usually you think
like Joe
person with
Rogan or something.
I was like, oh no, what bad takes or politics are you talking about on the internet? And I was like, oh no, it's about Steven Universe and Heartstopper. And I was like, oh, okay. This is all non-problematic things. You're just a nerd.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank God.
Yeah. Just
Pretty
gay-
much. You know, I was like, that's
literally gay shit.
so I was
And
like,
then-
cool, this
and then-
isn't a red flag.
And then 3 of those 4 podcasts stopped because my co-hosts got busy.
Yeah, that was true. I did think I was like, this is maybe a bit more than you can chew at some points because
And
you
then-
were
and
very
then it
busy.
Went down. Good.
Mostly because of the writer strike
Also that.
and the SAG-AFTRA strikes.
Oh my
but
god, yeah.
I've already forgotten. What am I asking?
What did she think of you
What-
having podcasts and stuff like that?
Yeah, what did you think?
Well, I was the one who came up with the question. I mean, like I found your podcast and your defunct one that doesn't exist before I met you because I Googled you. Or well, I figured out your stuff. You were very easy to find on the internet.
Maybe don't say this out loud to the podcast. People are listening to. As far as I know, your last name's still not like quote unquote publicly available.
No, it was all like the stuff that's easy to find via the podcast, not like their more
Okay.
private
Yeah,
stuff.
there's a difference between the Facebook and like
No, like
the
the
podcast.
yeah, like the
personality.
all of the podcast personality stuff was like very easy to find.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which is what I like initially found.
which is kind of the point. It should be easy to find me as a podcast host
Yeah. Oh my
on the internet.
Gotta get that SEO.
So I found all of that stuff and I like started listening to like some of it and I felt very awkward listening to some of it before I had even like gone on a date with you or anything because I was like I felt like it was like infringing on your privacy even though like you literally put it out for the world to hear, also because it was on topics that I knew nothing about at the time, which like now I've read the entire Percy Jackson series. I've now watched some Steven Universe and like I have some limited knowledge of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, that's Scooby-Doo podcast. You do that too.
And
right?
then and stuff, and then I found other things like diving deeper that are still easily accessible, but so I was like, okay, this is a nerd. And then I was like, this person's into a lot of these and I was just like, I didn't know how to feel about it at first, but I was like, it's fine. Like you're cute, and it has been like interesting to hear from like this side of it, how podcasting goes.
I commend you for being able to actually sit down and listen to any of them before actually meeting them. Because I did the same thing because Robert is very easy to find on the internet through podcasting and things.
And
I think
say my full name on the internet.
also that. Because also I think when we were talking, you either linked me to one of your podcasts or it might have even been the damn meme page. And it was very easy to find things through there. I listened to about 5 seconds of one of Robert's old podcasts and was just like, I can't do this.
Shout out to the damn meme page, the meme page that I run for Percy Jackson podcasts, that in a long roundabout way, got me a partner.
Oh, yeah.
For those who want to hear this story,
I want to hear this story.
I started the meme page way back when in 2019. So hey, happy 5-year anniversary to that fucking meme page.
Sweet
Jesus
God.
Christ, we're all dying. Made it, met all my cool podcast friends. We eventually hung out for the first time together in March of 2023. You were one of those friends.
I was in fact there.
Holy crap! And one of the pictures that we took was me T-posing on a rock in Central Park.
In the full damn meme page getup.
And the full damn meme page getup.
I believe. Did I take that picture?
Maybe you or Darian. I forgot who took it.
I was like, I know I was there,
Yes.
and I remember seeing this pose.
Yes. And for shits and like by the time you and I met, I was like, dating apps are a fucking joke. I'll just put on
Well, they absolutely are.
I'll just put on the T-posing photo as one of the photos of my dating app. I had like the first 2 or 3 were like nice of me and like button ups or whatever, and then the other 7 were just shit posts. And one of them was the T-posing meme page outfit, and you liked that, and you swiped right on me because of it.
I was like, oh, that's a dork. And
then,
they're cute.
And the rest is history. So in a long, convoluted way, Percy Jackson got me my partner.
To be fair, I think at least we met because like Bumble does a thing where it shuffles your photos.
Does it?
I think so.
We're gonna pretend like I remember what Bumble does, having not used it in more than a year.
But I remember like the first like initial photo, like in like the as you're swiping, was you in your Percy Jackson cosplay.
No, that was my profile picture for Bumble.
Oh, so maybe that's what I saw first.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the T-posing really sold me.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just looking at each other.
Because here's the thing, I love to talk and hear myself talk. The second there's a microphone in front of me, I'm just like, no.
Yeah, you get used to. You just have to do it. I don't know. How many episodes have you and I made up in general of podcasts? Like me, several hundred at this point, I think, combining everything. You also maybe
a couple hundred,
maybe combining everything you've made.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And when Charlie listens to the podcast back and edits them, it's on like 1.5 or 2 times speed to edit them, so it just sounds like chipmunks. And it's so funny for me to hear in the background when they're editing, like because when they laugh, the laugh, like everyone's laugh is like higher pitched than the normal speaking voice, right? But then it's even higher pitched because it's at the 2x speed, and so it just sounds like chipmunks going, and it's like really funny. Now that when you listen back, sorry, that was really higher.
That's gonna be
right. I was like, now when you listen back to that,
I'm the one who edits the bits, so that's easy.
Well, enjoy Robert. Editing Robert, sorry.
Editing Robert will now insert specifically the 2 times sped up version of that laugh, just because why not?
I'm
Why
so
not?
sorry for all of you.
It's fine.
What's gonna happen for the people who listen to podcasts on 2 times speed?
God help them.
That's
Okay.
me. I'm the 2 times speed listener.
There's a difference though. Like, so when you listen to it on 2 times speed on like Spotify or
It preserves
whatever,
the pitch.
it preserves the pitch.
Yes.
But I like enjoy how Audacity makes us sound like chipmunks, because then I can dissociate myself from my podcast speaking voice when
Right.
I'm editing and not feel awkward about editing my
I've
voice.
lost that awkwardness a long time ago.
I will never.
I have to, considering this is coming at the same day as the YouTube channel launches.
Hey.
I think, right? This comes out the 21st?
Yes.
Hey, cool. So
Hey.
because
Happy
I have
solstice.
Happy Solstice, because I have to be
It's officially summer, guys.
holy shit, because I have to be egotistical and be like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I'm the shit. Whoa, I have to get used to my voice. So
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Smash that fucking like button. You know, ring
Hit the bell for notifications.
Hit the bell for notifications. God, I have to do that now. Fuck.
No, I'm dating a YouTuber.
You're dating a YouTuber. You.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's even worse than dating a podcaster.
No, now you're dating like the package. You're dating a YouTuber / podcaster. What's like the third thing?
Influencer. You are an influencer, babe.
Technically speaking, I am.
A meme
Now you
page.
just need to do TikTok. You need to do the short.
They
you
do
need to-
TikTok.
Occasionally.
You master if you got to master the short form and the long form content. You just got to monetize it.
Okay.
You gotta sell out.
I gotta sell out. This episode is brought to you by HelloFresh.
It's not though. It's very much not.
Also, I think HelloFresh is like a bad company for some reason. I remember hearing something.
A lot of those things.
That's
are.
besides the point. This no.
You could get a sponsorship by Thrive Market.
Thrive Market is decent enough.
They,
What about BetterHelp?
oh
No.
No, I was gonna be
No,
like,
I know.
I was gonna be like, if I want to sell my soul, I'd be like,
No.
this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. No,
Literally don't.
if I truly want to sell my soul, I would be like, this episode is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends, which I would fully commit to. I would fully fucking commit to. We have lost the plot about this Pride episode. I think we have bothered.
Lost in the sauce.
I think we've bothered our partners enough about, hey, we're gay. Hey, we watched
Hey,
the gay.
we're gay.
Hey, we watched the gay space rock show.
Listen.
Hey,
No, they're homophobic.
I'll have you know I'm both gay and homophobic.
They're not transphobic, at least we got that.
But I am racist to the Irish. I'm cutting that out anyway.
I was gonna say I feel offended by this.
I'm Irish. I'm very Irish.
I'm also very Irish.
Yeah.
Well, not very actually.
I could be. I don't know.
No, I'm from Boston.
Boston.
No, I'm
She's
not,
not.
from Boston. I'm from
No.
Buffalo.
Oh.
That's why she's got Buffalo Bills stuff.
That tracks.
Oh.
What else?
We've bothered our partners enough, I think. Don't you think?
Have we?
I mean, we're gonna presumably bother them a lot more. 'Cause
Bother.
We're gonna be like in love with them for the foreseeable future or whatever.
True.
You bother me every day.
Yeah, and we're gonna get Dairy Queen after this, presumably.
Yes.
Hell
I
yeah!
see.
This episode is brought to you by Dairy Queen.
I wish.
Honestly though, I do. This episode is brought to you by Celsius because that's how I'm functioning.
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
I fuck with a good What's your
Oh.
favorite Celsius flavor?
Probably the mixed berry or the orange.
I feel like the orange has a weird aftertaste.
Okay, I don't. I feel like the kiwi guava has a weird aftertaste.
I've never tried that one because I don't really like kiwi.
They have
Have
a
you
lot
tried the Astro one?
I've not. They have a lot of peach flavors.
The peach
Peach
vibe
is
one is my
okay.
favorite.
I'm not a huge peach person, so
Neither
it
am I.
depend- There we go.
No, but if
Depends.
find the Astro vibe one if you can. It tastes exactly like a blue Airhead.
I don't really
incredible.
like blue raspberry, like the blue.
I thought
flavoring.
she
Oh
was
my
gonna be like-
god, she doesn't like blue food.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
My girlfriend is canceled.
Do you like fruit punch?
Yeah, I love fruit punch.
Find the cosmic one. It's like the red one. It's fruit punch.
Okay,
Well, Charlie, I believe we're done.
we're done.
Am
Oh,
I
okay.
canceled? 'Cause I don't like blue.
You are canceled.
Listen, the things can be flavored. The things can be colored blue. I just don't like the blue raspberry flavoring.
What are we gonna do when I have to make blue food for Percy Jackson's birthday / my birthday?
Dude,
'cause they're-
don't
a
make.
day
Are
apart.
you gonna make a fucking blue raspberry icy? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
No, I've made like blue cupcakes. Sometimes they are
dude.
flavored.
Raspberry. though.
Yeah, that's what
Sometimes they are flavored
What the fuck? Do you why?
Just Okay,
because that's just how they make
sweetheart, I'm just gonna make you cupcakes and I'm just gonna dye them blue with blue food dye.
Yeah, that's like the thing
And then
else
they
does.
taste delicious. I'll mix you some blue icing. That tastes fine. I just don't
And then you
like
can
the
have weird poop
blue.
the next day.
No, you seriously do.
Yeah, that's what they don't tell you when you eat blue food that's been dyed artificially blue. You poop blue.
No, you poop green.
Charlie, I hate you, but I don't. You're a great person, man. It's always great to see you, even though I've seen you like 2 or 3 times in my life.
Yeah,
3 times, yes, because
in person.
in person, you're a person. You exist. I'm perceiving you.
Yeah, and me and Mac are not the same person.
Am I officially cleared now to take over the podcast when you move, like die or whatever? Am I still
guess-
next in line?
I guess so. Yeah.
Fantastic.
This.
Do you want to be next in line?
I would love to be next. Mac and I will.
We'll just take over.
Yeah, Mac
Yeah.
and I will be
That would
great.
be a fun like April Fool's Day episode or something.
You're gonna have to take this out.
I'll be Charlie.
Yeah, and I'm Robert, I guess.
Yeah. And then we'll have to again at the meeting be like, can we please do this idea? Can we do something funny for April 1st?
I think that's fine. I think that would be a fine thing to do.
Wait.
We'll talk about the episode as normal.
Yeah.
It will just be the two of us.
Okay, pop quiz. What's the intro?
Welcome to the bits, hosted by your two favorite jam buds.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Robert.
Holy shit, they got it.
They did
I
it.
remembered this time.
They're gonna steal the podcast.
Forget getting replaced by AI. We're gonna get it replaced by our partners.
Fuck.
Two better halves anyway.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. I presume neither of you.
Should we do pearl points? Who are we giving pearl points to?
The concept of homosexuality.
What is a pearl point?
A pearl point. So a
Wait,
pearl point is just pretty.
It's a pearl point.
It's pearl.
For those of you at home listening, Charlie just showed the pearl point. Like are these stickers or is this?
They are in fact stickers.
Oh,
I
shit.
bought them on Etsy.
Oh shit! The pearl point stickers. So the pearl point in our show is just you give a point to like a point of positivity to like a character, a moment, an item, just a vibe. Like, what are you giving your pearl point to?
Charlie.
Sure.
This is really gay.
Mac, what are you giving your pearl point to?
Since I'm having to take over for you, I'm going to do half pearl points because that's what you always do.
I haven't done that in a while. Eat shit.
I think you did that the last episode.
Shut the fuck up.
Half pearl point is going to the trans agenda.
Trans agenda, yep.
The second half is going to me for compiling the list of all the pearl points.
Yes. No, I would also like to give
Thank you.
a half a pearl point to
It's gonna be so great reading through the pearl points at the end of season 1, and there's gonna be Mac in the 1 pearl point counter or 1 pearl point section.
Yeah. I need to see this list. Like, I know it exists, but I have not seen it.
He has it on his phone.
I
But,
need it.
It's not
I got a
updated
list.
to recently because I've handed it over to Robert.
Yes, and I have not updated it. So.
You need to share it with me so that I can also
Charlie,
see
who's
it.
your other half? Who's the other pearl point half going
Well,
to?
I have to give it to Abby as well because
Wow, you gave your girlfriend half a point. She gives you a whole point.
amazing. Oh my goodness. Please put this in Google Sheets.
Because here's the thing, I fully did it when I was at work. So that's why it's just on my iPhone.
This is a great
listen,
nonsense episode.
This person was required to get a pearl point for compiling this list of pearl points.
Have you been keeping it updated?
No, I haven't.
So you're telling me I have to go back and update it myself?
No, I'll update it at some point. Unless you get bored at work again.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah. So in the canon of our show, quote unquote canon, Mac has a full pearl point and you have half a pearl point.
No.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry, no.
Abby has
You're the
half.
only one here with no pearl points.
I'm the only one who with not even half a point. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
I
haven't given your pearl point to anybody.
technically I gave it to the concept of homosexuality.
Oh, right.
You gave it to the trans agenda, I gave
Mhm.
it to the gays. And then Abby and Charlie were just gay with each other.
Yeah.
/ Charlie recognized their
I have to recognize
My hard work as the secretary of the bits.
and the damning page, I guess.
Yeah, also... Hang on, because this is another thing that's in my notes app.
Listen, Mac does so much work for you. You don't even pay them. This is your unpaid intern right here.
I give him kisses and love and whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, there was one time.
Meme notes.
There was one time we were driving home and I was listening to an episode because I was trying to catch up with my memes for that
These are
week.
specifically for your podcast.
Oh yeah, specifically for yours in that week. Yeah.
We listened to it in the car, and Robert every so often pauses and goes, "Write this down."
And
Again,
then-
I applaud you for your service.
and then question, we asked our partners a bunch of questions.
But what is the question? The question of the episode.
Are you gay?
Are you gay?
No. No.
Yes or
It
no?
has to be something that I can have a funny answer to because the dopamine rush that I get because Spotify gives you a notification if your answer gets pinned.
And I believe you've been pinning Max answers.
Every so
question?
often I've been pinned.
Yes.
And the pure dopamine rush of knowing that I was funny.
I
throws
just
me.
like when it sends me emails.
Mhm.
Spotify for Podcasters sends emails to the bits every time that somebody answers a thing, and I have to upload them.
Right.
Yeah, because I thought they didn't get seen until I press the button
No.
and upload them.
No,
or
because
something.
I'll find one. Carry on.
Okay, you tell me that I've been doing this entirely wrong because I have no idea actually.
The question is, do you know how to make a podcast? No.
No, I don't. I have no idea how to make podcasts.
I-
This
how
uploaded
are
today.
how are you celebrating this Pride?
We are in Boston, you and I, together for the
For
weekend.
the weekend?
And then like we'll do other gay stuff. throughout the
I don't
month,
know if we
guess.
have any specific plans for Pride yet.
We're going to see the Living Tombstone. I'm gonna sing the Five Nights at Freddy's song. That's how I'm celebrating Pride. How are you being celebrating Pride?
Well, we're actually missing Boston Pride because we're doing other
Yeah.
gay shit.
We were we would have had the opportunity to march in the Boston Pride Parade. I did that last year, which was really really fun. So we're really bummed. But we are doing other. Should we
Do,
say?
do you want to say it on the podcast?
It's up to you. We can say it on the podcast if you want to. We're looking at apartments together because we're moving in together.
Hey!
We're doing the full U-Haul.
We are in fact doing the full U-Haul.
So it was funny because we were walking actually with my family the other day, and there was a U-Haul moving truck, and Charlie goes, "Oh look, it's the U-Haul, I found it." And I was like, "Shut up." Because
Robert won't let us U-Haul. See, that's what I mean. There's like one pinned, but then there's other answers.
Yes.
Because that's how it shows up on mine too.
so that's what we're doing. We're looking for apartments
Next time he does the notification, I'll screenshot it.
to move in together. So we can live together, which will be beneficial for
Cuddles.
I was gonna say beneficial for my cat, because then
See, Robert, that's why we should move in together. It will be beneficial for the cat.
Exactly. Well, in a year or so.
see, that's really funny because why not just when is your guys' leases up? Just like move.
My lease is up in
Next March.
Next March, yeah.
There you go.
No, fuck it, yeah.
My lease is up at the end of June,
Woo!
and Charlie's lease is up.
Never.
Any,
Right now, get
so that's what we're doing.
Woo!
Mac, I regret to inform you that there are no such things as pins, and it's just publishing the responses.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Everyone's getting let down this episode. But hey, Charlie.
Hey, Robert.
Oh god, it's weird to do this in person. If every podcast were perfect.
We wouldn't have the bits. Bye. You can follow this podcast socials at The Bits SU Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our Diamond line through thebitssupod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, and I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Damn is spelled D-A-M. If you want to hear more from me, check out one of my many podcasts. I have a Once Upon a Time podcast called Entering Storybrooke, a Kim Possible podcast called That's a Sitch, and an Oseman Verse podcast called the Truum Grammar Book Club.
The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Burn Before Reading, a podcast about shiterature, where your hosts, Christina and Leela, cringe about writing.
I'm Christina Kahn.
And I'm Leela Hilton,
And this is Burn Before Reading,
the podcast about shiterature.
We're here to examine the terrible writing we did when we were younger.
Like that school project you were really proud of.
Or that poem you wrote when you got dumped.
Well, how about that apology letter you wrote to your mom when you got into that fight?
Or the song you recorded before you knew how to write music.
Okay, don't at me. And we're here to talk about other cringy literary topics along the way.
Like the Library of Alexandria.
And Dewey Decimal.
His name was Melville Dewey.
Oh, well, do we want to get the clips rolling?
I don't think I ever recovered from this in terms of being cool.
Why did I say any of this?
I do like the drama.
So there is actually quite a bit to unpack here.
Oh, all this drama was so addictive as a teenager.
There's no punctuation to it. I'll start with that.
I actually have no memory of this.
There were so many lies that I was telling it.
It's not terrible.
No one really taught me how to write a good short story.
That was a journey.
Listen to Burn Before Reading
every Wednesday, wherever pods are cast.
Yeah, well, we clearly, I was thinking talking stick, so.
Well, we have.
You're the only degenerate.
I'm the only degenerate.
Some people went to Girl Scout camp as a child.
We can't go there right now.
I'm very sorry.
Rip.
I also went to Girl Scout camp as a child.
That's my mother.
Had a visceral reaction to Girl Scout camp.
Do we want to do something cute with the intro where it's like we together say the first part and then they together say the last part, or do we want to just? No, it doesn't work for the intro. I just realized because we say our names at the end.
Maybe we can make them say welcome.
Oh. So the
What's your intro?
Yeah. Just say welcome to the bits.
Hosted by
No, but there's a whole thing.
Welcome to the Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds.
Are we saying our names or y'all's names?
We're saying you guys will say that together in unison, and then we'll be like Charlie and
in
Robert.
unison.
Yes, unison. Practice this shit. 1, 2, 3.
I immediately forgot what the fuck it is.
Welcome to the
Bits, hosted by your two favorite jam buds.
I have it.
Oh, thank God.
Perfect.
Have I listened to all of these episodes?
Wait.
Yes, absolutely.
Have I listened to none of these episodes? Absolutely.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Dave X Media.